This is WTRF, the home of 7 News, sponsored by Bill's Towing and Recovery. 7 News at 10 begins now.
Tonight at 10, veterans and locals gathered at Cabela's today for a flag retirement ceremony about 3 weeks ahead of the 4th of July. We'll take a look at those details in moments. But first, it's been nearly 1 year since the devastating flood tore through the communities of Valley Grove and Triadelphia.
Live with coverage of the Permian Basin, you're watching First Alert 7 News at 5.
That's smaller than what he was shooting a while ago. That's a different vehicle. That's a different gun.
A tragic day in Midland. 11 people were shot. One of those people is dead. The suspected shooter is also dead, and a major investigation is now underway. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We were your first alert about this mass shooting around 8:30 this morning.
Of gunfire in Midland. You're looking at video sent to us from a viewer. This was the active shooting scene earlier today. This happened at the old Tall City Veterinarian's office, which is now closed off West Wall Street. You can see people taking cover. The shooting left one person dead and several others hurt. Well, tonight we know the name of the person killed. The city of Midland confirming the loss of one of their own, employee Ed Scott. In a statement, the city says this is one of the hardest days its organization and community has ever faced, adding, "We lost one of our own."
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at 9.
Thanks for joining us tonight on this Friday evening. I'm Brett Pagansky.
And I'm Leslie Moreno. We first start with breaking news as a U.S. military strike kills a leader of Tren de Aragua gang. President Donald Trump confirmed the news on Truth Social. The Venezuelan government helped in the attack. The leader was Hector Rostefort Guerrero Flores, also known as Nino Guerrero. The U.S. labeled the gang as a terrorist organization. Guerrero faces multiple charges in federal court.
Right now at 10, tracking the devastating aftermath of last night's tornado outbreak. From Streeter to Bartlett to Maryville, Indiana, what we're learning from the latest damage reports tonight.
Following damaging storms the past 2 nights, another smaller risk of severe weather this weekend. What to expect coming up in First Alert Weather.
A scam tactic that's been used over and over. People think they're donating to pay for a funeral before getting ripped off. Tonight, the new video that's giving Chicago police an insight into just how this scam works. We start here at 10 with breaking news. 6 people riding on a CTA bus taken to the hospital after an SUV slammed into the side of the bus. This happened just before 9 at Cermak and State.
Tonight, utility crews work to get the lights back on throughout Illinois following a series of severe storms and tornadoes that swept through the area. Then the latest on a deadly shooting in Texas as investigators work to figure out what led the suspect to open fire in the first place.
And I'm tracking the potential for more showers and thunderstorms as we head into our Saturday. We'll take a look at if they could be severe in the full forecast. Your news starts right now.
Live from Rockford, you're watching WIFR and WRAX News.
Wednesday and Thursday's storms left more than 500,000 ComEd customers in the dark. Now, days later, tens of thousands are still without power. Now, more than 99% of customers in our viewing area have power, but others out east have taken to social media expressing frustration at the long restoration time.
Welcome to News 3 at 10. I'm Holly Brantley. Our weather team tracking the chance of storms impacting your weekend plans.
We've got some showers and storms on the way tomorrow, and then we're going to be getting into much cooler weather for the second part of the weekend and early next week. We'll have more on that coming right up.
Plus, an update to a story we brought you as breaking news last night. Tonight, we hear from a woman who witnessed the standoff in Crothersville and the capture of a man wanted for almost a month. Plus, an incredible rescue at Six Flags St. Louis, how 4 people on board that ride were saved. And are you ready to celebrate? We have the latest on fireworks celebrations happening as soon as this weekend.
This is News 3 at 10.
First, a live look over our region of the Heartland tonight. We had a sunny day, a little bit muggy out there, but things could change this weekend. Let's get your first forecast from Carl.
Well, Holly, we had a pretty nice day today, and we're going to be in for a nicer start tomorrow, but we are looking for some weather to move in.
Working for West Virginia, the area's most watched news. 12 News at 11 starts now.
Coming up on 12 News at 11, from Barber to Upshur County, West Virginia is getting in the mood for America's 250th birthday. And 24 people can now officially call themselves American citizens. We'll take you to today's naturalization ceremony in Clarksburg. Good evening and welcome to 12 News at 11. I'm Jefferson Pan.
Now, your forecast first on Gulf Coast CW News at 9.
All right, hope you're having a good Saturday night. Gulf Coast CW News at 9 starts right now.
You're watching Gulf Coast CW News at 9 with Akivia McFarland and meteorologist Sam Parker.
Thanks for joining us for Gulf Coast CW News at 9. I'm Akivia McFarland. First at 9, the state of Alabama is looking for another way to execute a convicted killer.
Well, breaking news, 12 people killed in a plane crash during a skydiving incident. News Chopper 9 getting a look at the damage and debris. The area could be closed for days.
You know, our hearts go out to them. There's nothing we really can say to make it better.
We're live in Butler with what we're learning about the crash and who was on board. Plus, we're hearing from family members of the victims who say they're still trying to understand it all.
From Kansas City's news leader, this is KMBC 9 News at 5.
And we now know 11 people on board were passengers who were supposed to go skydiving have all died. KMBC 9's Alan Shope spoke with family members who say they're still trying to understand.
Local, live from KCTV 5, this is breaking news.
Breaking news here at 5:30, a mass casualty incident with 12 dead after a skydiving plane goes down in Butler, Missouri. We're getting a live look at the crash scene right now. Officials say that the plane took off and wasn't able to get altitude, made a sharp turn and crashed. Here's a map showing you where this crash happened near Butler Memorial Airport. It's just off I-49, about 65 miles south of Kansas City. We've got live team coverage on the ground there right now. Jordan, we want to start with you for the facts and what we know about this crash at this hour.
Well, Zach, what we know so far is that it was one pilot and 11 passengers, as you mentioned, that were killed in this crash. Everyone on board this plane perished in this crash.
From the station working for you, this is breaking news from Fox 4.
So when it hit the ground, I didn't hear as much, but I did feel kind of a wave from the plane hitting, and we kind of saw dirt fly up in the air.
A beautiful morning for a skydiving expedition turns horribly tragic. Tonight, all 12 on board are dead in a fiery crash of a plane about an hour south of the metro. That crash involved a skydiving Kansas City single-engine plane that had just taken off from Butler Memorial Airport and was trying to return.
A voice for everyone. KSHB 41 News starts right now.
Right now, it's heart-wrenching, to be real honest. Had a bad crash at the airport. 12 souls on board. It looks like no survivors.
How are you doing through all of this?
Hanging in there.
It just hit me like I don't even know what to say. These things don't happen. They just don't happen. We have great pilots, very, very experienced pilots. I mean, the skydivers are very experienced.
You pray for the families and the friends of those families that have lost loved ones today.
Things don't happen. The sentiment, things like this don't happen. You hear the sentiment there, but unfortunately the worst did on Sunday morning when a plane carrying 12 people, one pilot and 11 people who were ready to skydive, went down just outside Butler Memorial Airport Sunday in Butler, Missouri. I'm here live at the airport this morning, where if you look over this direction, there is still a small but very active scene where that plane went down. That is Business 49, right there where those cars are parked.
This hurricane season could be turbulent. Stay safe, prepared, and informed with News 13.
When severe weather threatens, only one team has the experience you can trust. Accurate tracking, expert guidance, with live continuous coverage before, during, and after the storm.
Your family's safety isn't just your priority, it's ours. From the coast to your backyard. Trust Storm Team 13 to keep you a step ahead of the storm all season long.
You can count on us, live in your town and streaming on 7 News Now. This is Good Morning Texoma.
Good morning, Texoma, and happy Monday. I'm Jenna James.
And I'm Skylar Teddington, and I'm filling in for Dan today.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here with us one more day.
I'm happy to be here with y'all for one more day.
In the College Grove area wants something to be done about this abandoned Coco's Bakery. Working for you today, I reached out to the city to find out if there are any plans.
We have nothing to hide.
Governor Gavin Newsom says he and his wife are now the target of a federal investigation. His message for President Trump.
We get a look inside the temple before a rare public open house.
Love on a leash. Pet therapy with a smile.
An investigation is underway north of Los Angeles tonight, where the U.S. Air Force says 8 people are presumed dead after a B-52 bomber crashed at Edwards Air Force Base. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Anna Laurel. The U.S. Air Force says a Boeing B-52 Stratofortress was taking part in a routine test mission at the base when it crashed shortly after takeoff earlier today.
CBS LA at 6 starts with breaking news.
And this breaking news tops off our 6 p.m. newscast. We're going to be talking about a number of things today. Fires and, of course, the horrible accident that happened near Edwards Air Force Base. Thanks for joining us. And as I mentioned, we're following breaking stories tonight, several of them, beginning with the fire threatening homes in Stevenson Ranch. This is near West Magnolia Lane and Autumn Place. Evacuation orders have been issued as the fire burns close to homes. And over the past couple of hours,
Live across SoCal, this is LA Live News Tonight on Fox 11 Plus.
Now at 9, World Cup rally. Tensions flare outside Los Angeles Stadium as protesters defy FIFA's ban on pre-revolutionary Iranian flags. And a deadly bomber crash. 8 people killed after a vintage B-52 explodes into a massive fireball on takeoff at Edwards Air Force Base. Plus,
this is Ed Lasco's Tonight Live Malibu. See for yourself the king tide crashing in, bringing dangerous conditions along the coast and in some areas to the south, damaging conditions. Stand by for the latest.
Hey there, everybody. Take a look at what we're going to see for the mountains over the next several days. I've got more of your forecast and what you should expect coming up.
And good evening, everyone. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Phil Schuman. Protests outside the World Cup match between Iran and New Zealand.
Breaking tonight, fast-moving flames west of the valley with a fire growing to 1,500 acres and causing evacuations. See the current orders and warnings as fire crews begin their attack and smoke drifts into the valley.
Plus, a Coachella recall effort hits a major roadblock. Rejected petitions, not enough signatures, but supporters say the fight isn't over.
And an India veteran hits a staggering 10 million steps.
Kindness Walk, it's not just about walking. The greater purpose is to help our communities.
Walking thousands of miles to raise money and hope for fellow veterans and kids in need.
Now, from the desert's news leader, this is News Channel 3 Breaking News.
We begin right now with breaking fire watch coverage for you tonight. The Shore Fire spreading out of control in the Badlands south of Calamasa, rapidly growing in size tonight. Hello, I'm John White.
And I'm Karen Devine. The fire sparking up just after 3 near San Timoteo Canyon Road. That runs in the hills between Calamasa and Moreno Valley.
Keep up with the weather in your hometown with the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network.
The advanced power of Tempest weather stations allow us to give you real-time hyper-local data.
From your hometown throughout the entire CSRA.
Here's your current temperatures powered by Tempest.
Get the latest weather data in real time.
count on the Line Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest. Get your very own weather station at WJBF.com/Tempest.
Prepare for your day with meteorologist Brian Monahan. Mornings 4:30 to 7.
The voters have spoken and the races are set. Rick Jackson will face Keisha Lance Bottoms in a race for governor in November.
Tonight, you made your voice heard loud and clear.
On the Senate side, victory for Republican Congressman Mike Collins.
He will challenge the incumbent John Ossoff.
Thank you, Georgia!
And Collins' opponent, Derek Dooley, choking up.
I probably hurt the most right now for the team.
And we're watching the vote count here in Fulton County after it faced allegations over election integrity. You're watching WSB Tonight.
And it's your voice and your vote. Thank you so much for joining us on Election Night here in Georgia, a special extended edition of WSB Tonight. I'm George Estevez.
Good evening. I'm Wendy Corona. So let's get right to your results tonight. And we'll take it full here. In the race for governor, there you see it, the projected winner.
Coverage you can count on. You're watching WTVN News Leader 9, sponsored by Montlick Injury Attorneys.
Thankful to the citizens of Columbus, Georgia, for deciding to look forward, to believe in me, to trust me, to give me the opportunity to move this city forward.
Isaiah Hughley winning the Columbus mayoral runoff, beating Joanne Kogel by close to 1,000 votes.
After nearly 10 months of campaigning, tonight's results making Hughley the 71st mayor of Columbus and the first African-American elected mayor of the Fountain City. Good evening. Welcome to News Leader 9 at 11 on this runoff election night. I'm Barbara Gauthier.
And I'm Jason Dennis. Thanks for joining us. A busy night. We'll take a closer look at the numbers for the Columbus mayoral race in just a moment.
Live, local. Now, this is WSFA 12 News.
We've already declared some winners in the primary runoff election tonight. Those winners moving on to the November general election. Welcome to WSFA 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Bullock.
And I'm Valerie Lawson. Our team has been following the big races in both parties all night long. And we start with the Republican race for the U.S. Senate nomination.
Here are the latest numbers. Jared Hudson, Barry Moore, they were running against each other.
WUSA 9 News starts now.
First on the news at 11, we begin with the D.C. primary and special election. Voters across the district headed to the polls today to decide several key races shaping the future of city leadership.
Now, polls were scheduled to close at 8 p.m. and just 15 minutes ago, the Board of Elections announced the last 6 voting sites had officially closed. That is because under D.C. law, results cannot be released until everyone who is in line has cast their ballot. We heard of at least 6 locations where voters were still in line at about 10:30 tonight. So for the first time, the district is using ranked choice voting, which means final results will take longer to count. Thank you for staying up with us at 11 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Larry Miller. One of the key races that we're waiting on right now is that for mayor of D.C. Councilwoman Janice Lewis-George and former council member Kenny McDuffie are the 2 frontrunners in this race. Let's get to Janice Lewis-George right now, who is speaking after some initial results have certainly rolled in.